Hi there, this is attorney Kelly Hunt. If you watch my introduction video, you will see that I called myself a litigation attorney. So this may lead you into the question of, okay, Kelly, what is litigation? Well, generally, litigation is a legal proceeding. So again, leading to the question, well, doesn't that then mean that all legal proceedings are litigation? The answer is not necessarily. Sometimes legal proceedings can be somewhat simple. If you have parties that are agreeing and they essentially just need to present something to the court and have the court sign off on it and say officially, this is the way it's going to be, then you could have a somewhat simple legal proceeding. Sometimes divorces are like this. You can have very basic probate or estates that work that way, maybe small claims actions. Those types of things wouldn't necessarily be considered litigation or very in-depth or complex. But when you start talking litigation, you are talking people or companies who are disagreeing and the need for a lot more fact-finding and information, and also a lot more court interaction. And this involves things with technical terms we call pleadings or motions, which are requests to the court to do something or rule a certain way. You could have hearings. You could have the necessary evil of discovery. All of these topics of which are being further explained in other videos. So when you start talking litigation, keep in mind a little bit more line of, Boston Legal or what you see on Law and Order, with the end idea being a trial or, either to a judge or to a jury, something along those lines. Personally, I'm more of a Boston Legal kind of gal. I just like the way that those shows went out, but depending on your preference. If you are thinking that litigation may be necessary, or if you're just not sure, it's best to talk with an attorney versed in litigation on the outset, because cases build on each other. And in order for the litigation attorney to be able to effectively advise you, work with you on a strategy, and set you up for the best possible result in either hearings or a trial, you really need to start working with them on the very beginning. To not do that and to bring in somebody, down the road or after the fact can be extremely costly, time-consuming, and even harmful. Because as you're going through litigation, you have certain time frames to do things. And if you miss those time frames, it could lead to a loss. And you want to make sure that you avoid that. So again, I can't stress enough to meet with your attorney beforehand. And if it seems like it's going to be a little bit more in depth than filing some with the court, presenting an agreement, and then having the court sign off, you're really going to have to sit there and look at if you need somebody who's a little bit more in depth with litigation. So that's when I would come in. So if you want to sit down and discuss your case and see if this is something that, I can help with, or it might be something a little bit simpler, let me know. I am versed in both, and I really feel that I can properly advise you on what to expect and how to handle it.